Alright, there we are. Alright, we'll go to full screen and I will go desktop view. God, that's so bright. Is there like a night? There it is, presentation mode. Okay. Okay. This should be fun. Have I seen all of them? This is Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro. New York, New York. Haven't seen it. It's a musical. Not crazy about musicals. Looking through the rest of these. Age of Innocence. For the record, these are... Yeah, I threw an extra E in there when I typed Scorsese. Heavy, you should. You'd like seen one of these movies. I've seen all of his movies except New York, New York. As I'm looking through these, that's the only one I haven't seen. I guess I should just to... Oh no, I haven't seen After Hours. I forget that's a Scorsese movie. Holy shit. King of Comedy. Very good movie. Dark comedy. Joker, the movie Joker, stole a lot from that movie. Silence. Alright, by the way, none of these are going to be an F. Right? Scorsese doesn't make Fs. Taxi Driver's God tier. Oh, God. Did I just say that? Yeah, I did. I did not like The Aviator. I did not like it. Irishman, we'll put it as a C. It's way too fucking long. Of course, Scorsese don't miss. One per stream. That's what I'm doing right now. Because it takes some time to do this. A little more time than like a TED Talk. And I want to talk through it. I want to get chat engaging with it. So if we're playing Warzone, I would just be like, hey, can we take like 5 minutes so I can do one of these if y'all want to run and take a break or whatever. Will I do a bonus for Heavy tonight? Since you're here, sure. It is long, but that's a B minimum. Wheeler trash.
I have just met you, and I love you.
Canuck. I'm not doing one for Overwatch characters, Heavy. I'm not ranking Overwatch characters. Don't do that to me. I won't. I refuse. One per stream. Tier maker. When you redeem tier makers on this with channel points, it's one per stream. Because it can kind of break up the flow. If we're playing a bunch of games, I don't want to break up the flow with constant tier makers. But I do want it to be something that people are engaging with and conversating about. Scorsese, great choice. Irishman, I will say, my problems with the Irishman are, it's too long. Come on, dude, it's over 3.5 hours long. Also, Al Pacino, he's not Jimmy Hoffa. He's not. We talked about this, though. Did we not? We talked about this. Canuck, thank you for the raid, by the way. Sorry, I'm getting confused here as I'm trying to talk, or as I'm trying to rank Scorsese films. And you stopped by for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing some viewers to watch me. My stream is pretty much done. I'm just doing a tier maker that Gart had redeemed. The Departed. I'm only giving it a B because an A to me is Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, Goodfellas. Last Temptation, B. Shutter Island, C. God, that makes you think Silence should be a D. And by the way, by putting Aviator as an F, it's still like a 6 out of 10 for me, which is like a D, really. But I'm just putting something down there. Mean Streets. Mean Streets should probably be an A. It's his first film. It's fucking awesome. By the way, where's Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore? That's a really good drama. It's middle tier. I would put it as a C. But he's made other movies that didn't make this list. This is crap. Cape Fear, B. Casino, B. Wolf of Wall Street. God, I want to put it as a C. I'm putting it as a C. Gangs of New York, A. Fuck you. Hugo, D. Jim Carrey movies? I could. I was going to go to bed, but I can throw a couple more out here. I mean, I can. Because the stream's almost over. And normally I'm making it to channel points, but this is the first time I've done these on stream, other than when I did a food one last year. So, alright, so real quick. Taxi Driver and Raging Bull are unassailable masterpieces, so is Goodfellas. I'm putting Gangs of New York as an A. I think most people would probably rank it as a B or a C. To me, that film is so perfectly paced, and it is long, but to me it never lulls. And the setup of that film versus the payoff, it's fantastic. It's more like an A- to B+. I'm putting it as an A anyway. Oh, you don't have to do it tonight. Look, I have this as a channel point thing you can redeem now. 4,000 channel points once per stream. You can suggest, or if no one wants to suggest anything, I'll choose a random one based on ranking TV shows or movies or food or stuff like that. Things that we all can talk about. I'm not going to rank death metal albums because most people don't give a shit about death metal. I do. But I want something that will keep the chat engaged. Okay, real quick. King of Comedy, highly underrated. Not as many people have seen it. It's a fantastic movie. Very influential. Departed. So I'd seen the original film called Infernal Affairs that it was based on before I saw The Departed. The Departed is better than the original. It is better. Last Temptation of Christ. I'm not a religious person. That is a really, really good movie. Willem Dafoe, fantastic as Jesus. Mean Streets, super influential. Could be an A for some folks. I wouldn't knock them if it was. Cape Fear, really good remake. Haven't seen the original. De Niro, super scary in it. By the way, oh god, what's her name? Juliette Lewis, like one of her first roles. Very, very good. Casino, B tier Goodfellas. Still a great movie. Irishman, you want to put it as a B, go ahead. It's 3 hours and 40 minutes. Come on, Marty, what are you doing? Also, the de-aging they did on De Niro earlier in the movie, it looked so fake. Like, he looked like an 80-year-old man kicking that guy in the street. It took me out of the film. I'm being nitpicky. Shutter Island, it's a gimmick film, but it's really well made. I did enjoy it. Once was enough. Wolf of Wall Street, if you want to put that as an A or a B, I'd understand. It is one of his better comedies. I just didn't know when I first started watching the film that it was a comedy. It is a comedy. Age of Innocence, he tried a period drama. It's okay. It's okay. Silence, good setup, good story. A little long. Not paced all that well. It's okay. Hugo, he wanted to try his hand at a kid's movie. It's watchable. Once was enough. Don't care about it. Aviator, I'm sorry. The lady that played Kate Blanchett, I fucking hated her in this movie, and she won the Oscar. She does this cheesy Katharine Hepburn. Really, I do. It's so over the top. It's almost as bad as oh god, what's her name? Renee Zellweger in Cold Mountain when she got an Oscar for that shit performance. It's almost as bad for me. And I just don't want to watch Howard Hughes grow his fingernails and pee in jars for 3 hours. I just don't. Haven't seen After Hours. Haven't seen New York, New York. There's the list. Alright, let me look back up at the chat. I'd flip Departed and Shudder. I saw Departed broken up too many times before I watched the whole thing to like it more. Yeah, I mean, if you saw it first, like when it was new, and if you watched it from start to finish, you'd probably appreciate it more. It's really good. It's really, really good. The tension in it is fantastic. He won best, he finally got his best director Oscar for that movie. It's not his best. I mean, obviously he should have won it for any of these up here. And you'd put Shutter Island up in a B. Yeah, like I said, Shutter Island's really well made. It's just, it's a gimmick movie. I figured it out like halfway through, and as it was happening, I was like, uh-huh. And then once it happened, the twist comes, I was like, okay. Like, I didn't exactly figure it out, but I kind of had it figured out. Still a good movie, though. Still a good movie. Margot Robbie Naked A. Yes. Margot Robbie? Wolf A all the way. It's a good movie. It's a damn good movie. I've only seen it once. You know, if I watched that movie again, I'd probably rank it as a B. I like metal. Do you like Five Finger Death Punch? Thank you for the question. Heavy hand swings. That was a little weird, lol. Alright. You know what, Canuck? You want to do Jim Carrey movies? Since you're here? Fine. Okay, that's a joke. Clearly that's a joke. That's more like it. Okay. Ace Ventura, S tier. Shut up. Mask. Dumb and Dumber, A. Cable Guy, B. It's gotten better with time, with age, with time. Liar Liar, B. Truman Show, A. When Nature Calls. Boy, it's painful. Truman Show, C. Me, Myself, and Irene. The Grinch, nope. Majestic, yeah. Bruce Almighty, Eternal Sunshine, S tier. Don't at me. Fun with Dick and Jane. I had to see that in a theater for my day job. Bad. No lies so far. Number 23. I'm gonna make it an E because it's funny. It's unintentionally funny. So bad. So I had to see that one in a theater for my day job too, back at Blockbuster. Yes Man. Haven't seen Yes Man. We'll leave it at the bottom. I Love You. What's that called? I've seen it. Jim Carrey. I Love You, Philip Morris. Pretty good movie. I'll put it as a D. Like, once was enough. Anything C or above, I've watched multiple times. Mr. Popper's Penguins. I've watched it. I've actually seen it. Dumb and Dumber 2. God, that movie was bad. Dark Crimes, or I have not seen Dark Crimes. Lemony Snicket, haven't seen it. Batman Forever. Only not an F because it's unintentionally funny. Jim and Andy, the documentary. We'll put it up there with the Andy Kaufman movie because it's a companion piece and they're both watchable more than once. Sonic the Hedgehog, B tier. That movie was actually pretty good. I was going to say Truman Show deserves B until I saw Jim and Andy on the list. Jim and Andy made me like the movie more. Yeah, Jim and Andy was really good, but if I'm going to put Man on the Moon as a C, I need to put Jim and Andy as a C. They need to be tied together. And I do like the movie, and I think that does make it a little bit of a better film, for sure. Seeing how he was in character and all that behind the scenes is awesome. Sonic the Hedgehog was made after I worked at Sega. It didn't pay any bills, Miles. I don't have to do shit. I can make it an F if I want. I'm not going to do that. The movie turned out to be pretty damn good, and the fact that they took all that extra time to redo his character model, I don't know how it got as far as it did, that horrible-looking original Sonic, but they made the right decision. They delayed it. Unfortunately, it came out during the pandemic, right. No, actually, no, it was in theaters still. So it did barely it just got ahead of the pandemic, so that's good. I get what you're saying, Gart. I do. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So there are 3 of his I haven't seen. Dark Crimes, Lemony Snicket, and Yes Man. So real quick, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, probably seen it 40 or 50 times. Not even kidding. It's bad, but it's fun bad. And if you can't quote that movie, you either are Gen Z or, well, you just need to watch it. Also, Cannibal Corpse is in the movie, okay? There's an extended cut they play on cable. Cannibal Corpse plays like half of Hammer Smash Face, and he gets on stage and does death metal vocals. Like stupid cheesy. Unassailable, S. Eternal Sunshine, I got to see that a month before it came out in theaters because I was a buyer at Blockbuster at the time, and I got to see it at a press trade screening. I walked out of there like loopy, like I felt like I'd taken something, and I walked out in the parking lot and all I could think was, I have to talk to people about this, and I can't because it doesn't come out for another month. So I told all my friends, you have to fucking see this when it comes out. It's flawless. There's nothing wrong with this movie. It is frame for frame perfect. Dumb and Dumber. Hilarious comedy. It might be the best Farrelly Brothers film. I know Something About Mary got the most box office. For me, for my money, Dumb and Dumber is the funniest thing that they've done. Truman Show. Wow, wasn't that ahead of its time? Watch Truman Show now if you haven't seen it in a while. TNT plays it sometimes, TNT network. That movie has aged probably better than any of his other films in here, maybe except for Eternal Sunshine, which is going to pretty much just be ageless. Cable Guy, first time I saw it in a theater, I hated it. No, I won't say hated it, I was just unimpressed. But I was expecting something different. I didn't realize how it was going to be this pitch black comedy. Watching it more recently, it's so good. It's so good. Liar Liar, I hadn't seen that movie until maybe a few years ago. For some reason, that movie passed me by. It was funny. It's PG-ish, and yet it's very funny. I laughed a lot. Bruce Almighty, probably maybe more of a C. Actually, now that I think about it, I can't put Bruce Almighty on the same level with Liar Liar. I can't. Sonic the Hedgehog was just fun. He had so much fun in that role. I loved it. I loved it. I liked it way more than I thought I would. Man on the Moon, really good movie about Andy Kaufman. And that documentary ties together. You have to watch one and then watch the other. Bruce Almighty's funny, don't get me wrong. Good movie, C level. The Mask, I saw that in the theater. I'm old. It was kind of good at the time. And it came out at a time when nothing else was out, so we all went and saw it. The Majestic, a movie nobody really saw about a guy who runs a really old theater and some magical stuff happens. It's like he was trying to make Field of Dreams, but for a movie theater. It kind of worked and kind of didn't. I Love You, Philip Morris. Funny movie. Once Was Enough, but funny. Him and Ewan McGregor are a gay couple, and yeah, it's got a lot of heart. Mr. Popper's Penguins, pretty good family movie. When Nature Calls, Ace Ventura. Sorry, no good. Me, Myself, and Irene. One of my least favorite Farrelly Brothers movies. Number 23. Funny in how bad it is. Same Batman Forever. Really? And then The Grinch. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The movie's terrible. Fun with Dick and Jane. I didn't laugh a single time in that movie. And Dumb and Dumber 2. God, I had my hopes up for that one. That's probably the biggest prize here, right? Dumb and Dumber is an A. Dumb and Dumber 2 is an F. If anyone wants to argue with me on these, go ahead. You'll be wrong, but go ahead. Miles says Kingpin is better. Better than what? Oh, Farrelly Brothers. You think Kingpin's better than Dumb and Dumber? I think that's an unpopular opinion. I don't think that's going to be a popular opinion. I think more people would say Dumb and Dumber's funnier. If Kingpin was on this list, if we're ranking Farrelly Brothers films, it's not too far below. It's a B versus an A. Ace Ventura is God tier. It is. I mean, come on. It's Ace Ventura. All right, that's my list of Jim Carrey movies. That was for you, Canuck. Even though I said I was only going to do one of these per stream, I decided to do two because you were here, so thank you.